Today, on Documentify TV, we are bringing you the recent discovery of the supposed vampire found near Venice. A 16th century vampire who was buried with a stone brick jammed in her mouth over fears she would feed on corpses underground has had her face reconstructed by scientists. A facial reconstruction expert reconstructed the features of the female corpse discovered in a mass grave of plague victims on the Venetian island of Lazzaretto Nuovo. Incredible new images, made using 3D scans of her ancient skull, reveal a woman with a pointed chin, silver hair, wrinkled skin, and a slightly crooked nose. Moraes was also able to test the theory of whether it would even be feasible to put a brick in someone's mouth thanks to this research. Researchers think the brick was put there shortly after she died by locals who feared she would feed on fellow victims of a plague that swept. Forensic anthropologist Matteo Borini led the exploration of the mass grave from the 1576 outbreak of plague. Vampires don't exist, but studies show people at the time believed they did, Morini said in a statement in 2009 after studying the case for 2 years. For the first time, we have found evidence of an exorcism against a vampire. Skeletal evidence already suggests she was 61 years of age at the time of death, and further studies revealed that the skull belonged to a woman of European ancestry. An analysis of her diet shows she mainly ate grains and vegetables, suggesting she was from Europe's lower class at the time. Researchers theorize that a gravedigger may have wedged a rock between the corpse's teeth to prevent the alleged vampire from chewing through her shroud and infecting others with the plague. The idea that these decaying remains were feasting on the blood of their grave mates was reinforced by the way they frequently looked horribly bloated, with bodily fluids oozing from their mouths and noses. It's possible that the shrouds covering the corpses' mouths disintegrated in some instances, giving rise to the theory that vampires gain their strength by consuming these fragments of cloth. Recreation of the woman's face using 3D software allowed examination of whether a brick could have been inserted into her mouth. The researchers found that when they observed the body with the shroud, those responsible for the burial noticed a depression in the mouth region indicating potential chewing, study authors write in the journal Online. By supposedly identifying a vampire, one of the culprits of the plague according to the popular myth of the time, they introduced the stone as an element of protection, preventing it from feeding and also from infecting other people. In order to ascertain whether the brick could have been purposefully placed into the woman's mouth after her death, Moraes replicated the brick using styrofoam and carried out a number of tests. Their tests revealed that the brick could be wedged into a human mouth without causing damage to the teeth or soft tissue. Compared to the team's living test subjects, the study authors believe it would have been even easier with the corpse, although it's still unclear if this was done intentionally or not. Thanks for joining us in today's video. What are your thoughts about this 16th century practice? Let us know in the comments. Until then, see you in our next video.